Welcome back to Now Niche. This is Raquel, and guess what? We're on season 2. We made it to season 2. We made it to season 2 of Now Niche. I'm excited. Who would have thought we will be on season 2? Season 2. And of course, I had to kick off this season with the lovely Simone. She is completely beautiful, awesome, all around good and lovely person, a beautiful artist as well as her music, and I'm so excited for you guys to meet her. And we've been trying to get this interview down on the books. So it finally worked out. You can call it divine timing. You can say the stars were aligned, but it was perfect. So please let us do a fabulous welcome to the Miss Simone Beyond the Song, and we're going to celebrate her launch of Wish Me the Best. Let's check it out. I think I was on live waiting for you, and then I looked on my computer. I was like, is she on live? I think she's on live on her own.
Right. We were both on live waiting for each other.
I was like, what? I'm like, okay. But no, how are you?
Good. How are you? This is Athena.
Hi, Athena. She's so cute. I just saw her picture, too.
I know. She's a studio pup.
I know. She's hanging in there.
It is.
So,
I do this with you.
Oh, I was just like, it's about time. But this is kind of like perfect timing because I know when I first wanted to like interview you for Non-Niche, I was like, what was it? We were waiting for another release. So you were like, okay, the timing isn't right. The timing isn't right. And I was just like, okay, the timing's going to be perfect. So now I'm like, this is the perfect time on the release and everything. Like, how are you feeling?
I am thrilled. I'm so happy. I think it was finally time for me to release something. Yes. It's been quite a long journey of writing for other people and doing things for other people that I decided this year it's my year. Yeah. And I think what better song than Wish Me the Best. So
honestly, I mean, like, I think that's definitely like the 2024 anthem. Wishing me the best, like putting yourself first, because you've been in the game for a really long time, and I was doing a lot of research about you, you going to like, girl, I do my job very well, but like you go to like. Yeah, like you go to like different songwriting class, acting classes, like you're on your stuff. But I wanted to know, like, how long have you really been in the game, and like who have you written for?
Oh my God. I have been chasing this dream since I was about 9 years old. Taking voice lessons, going to every dive bar possible, every open mic you can think of, to traveling to Dubai and singing out there with a cover band, to coming home and deciding to be a songwriter, and then now to being an artist and doing, my own thing. So it's been a long journey. It's been almost 2 decades. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, though.
Girl, you and me both. We don't look our age, which is good.
Okay,
We're keeping our youth. We're keeping our youth and like our respect. Yeah. But no, that's good because like, I was talking about different like creators with social media and how it goes hand in hand of like, we don't have to like, I wouldn't say fight as hard because it's a different type of hustle, because I feel like it's more broad with like the competitiveness and the genres and everything like that. But you can promote yourself without really, really searching for people for you to be seen and show your work. Like you can freely show your work and have your own platform. Yes, you want to get your label. Yes, you want to have that brand to be like, yeah, that's who I want to work with. That's, all the things. But like you could be like the forefront of that for yourself, and I think that's great.
You don't even need the labels anymore. Everything's in the Like, you are your own label at this point. Before, when I started this journey, that was like the goal in mind, right? Is you need to sign to a label, you need someone to listen to you, you need someone to invest in you. But really, nowadays, it's you invest in yourself and your own dream, and you are the creator of your destiny.
I completely agree that, and that's initially why I wanted to start non-niche, because I'm just like, I haven't seen any type of media or like maybe like news platform to actually celebrate different artists like coming up and actually having really authentic conversations about, you know, the mindset. Because yeah, we see all the good things, but you really did have to hustle, like booking your own gigs. I mean, like, you also have family support, which is great. Like, how long have you been working with your family?
Gosh, my family has been on this journey since the beginning, obviously, and they still support me till now. Once again, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but to the point where, you know, I am where I am at in my life, and they're still here for me. They're still, my dad helped me build, and my older brother helped me build this studio just to continue this dream. Like, I am so grateful for my family for allowing me to continue to do this.
Yeah. And I think that's really important, because like when you have, you're lucky enough to have that type of connection where you're just like, you have somebody in your corner, you're like, yes, okay, whew. And then also, like, for those days where you don't feel that great, you're like, oof, I know this is the dream and I want it, but you're just like, this is a day where I have my off days. Can you tell me a little bit more about your off days, of like how you get out of that mindset and, you know, just kind of kick yourself back in gear?
I have more off days than good days.
Hey.
I'm such an introvert, and I'm very to myself, that I often overthink a lot of things. I'm the biggest overthinker of anything I do. That's why it took me this long to actually release a song, because I am such a perfectionist. I'm perfect, and I had to really learn to let go this year and not control so much of it, and really just trust the process, which was very hard for me in the beginning years to do. And so there's a lot more down days than most.
This is really good. And so I followed you on Spotify, and I was just like, how many streams have you been counting?
I honestly am trying not to pay attention. Again, we'll be back to down days. So.
You're like,
in that way this time, I organically and not have to worry about where I'm at with engagement and following and streams. Like, I feel like such a dream killer. And it would definitely affect me in a way where I wouldn't be able to move forward at this time. So I'm just like, let it be.
But you really do have to be like that, because I was telling somebody that you can't count. You just have to do. Don't count, just do, and then it'll all, like, you know, come to pass.
If it's for you, it's for you, you know?
Right?
And timing, it's divine timing.
Exactly. And I think that's truly wonderful, of like what you stand for. And then,
thank you.
Like, your content is consistent. And I just wanted to know, like, where is the end goal? Like, what, without spoilers, but just like, where do you see yourself going? Or is just sky's the limit?
Sky's always the limit, but, or not even the limit. Past the sky would be great.
Right.
Maybe, I don't know. But I think just being able to confidently share my music this year is enough for me right now. That's where I think it took me a long time to be confident in what I want to say and who I am. So that's all I want.
That's good. And
I'm gonna cry.
Don't cry. Happy tears.
That's happy tears.
Yeah. But I think, you know, it takes true inner strength. I'm sorry, I just got over a cold, but it takes inner strength to put yourself out authentically, and then have like a clear message into this world. Because, you know, I always think that music carries vibration, and it also tells a story and like how that person's feeling. I mean, like you could tell like some music is just like, oh, it's just feel good music. It doesn't really have like attachment to like emotions or anything. But
right.
I think I was listening to your song, I was just like, I definitely feel that, because it's just like, I wish me the best. Like if I'm the only one in my corner, right, or you have to be your own cheerleader. And I don't care like if you have people supporting you or not. You really just have to be your own cheerleader and not care, you know. But it takes that strength and mental stability to be like, okay, let me heal and let me get myself together so I can put myself out there in the best way possible, so I can be received how I want to receive. And if people have anything to say, I can just brush it off and be on my way, you know.
That tough skin, you know, that thick skin. It took me a long time to build that for myself. I used to be very sensitive, and although this journey's taken this long, I think this is the toughest I've ever been, mentally, physically, emotionally.
Right.
I feel like I'm aging backwards. Like this is definitely the toughest version of myself, that I feel ready to do this and jump in full force.
And it's good because, you know, like I said, somebody's gonna always have something to say. Like I think it was one of the interviews, they were like, why is this like even a show? I'm just like, oh, okay. And I kind of hid a little bit. I was just like, this was like, oh gosh, okay. But I was just like, you know what? I believe in my mission. I believe in my vision. You kind of have to leave the ego to the side and just keep pushing forward, because you were giving this vision of yourself for a reason.
Yeah.
And now it's your job to put yourself out there and be the forefront of what you want to be. And nowadays it's just like you have the control to do what you want to do. But you do have to go through those lessons to be like, ooh, okay, maybe I need to think it up just a little bit.
Oh gosh, too many lessons. I don't want to ever revisit them, but I'm glad they're gone. They're done with, exactly. And that I've healed.
Right. Ooh, and I also saw you auditioning. How's the auditioning going?
I know. I feel like I'm doing so much outside of music that it took me a while to get like back in touch with the fact that I'm releasing a song this week, because I've doing more like commercial work and my auditioning for like feature films and stuff. Yeah. So I've just been on the go. I feel like this year I just feel like I can do anything and everything, and I just want to try it all.
I mean, like, why not? I always tell them, like, don't cap yourself with what you can do, you know? Like, just keep going. And I think that's beautiful. And, yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, she's auditioning. I'm like, look how fun. Like, I'm watching somebody's child, and you're probably, me and you are just like probably the same age with not even knowing it. But
no. After.
Yeah, I'll text you my age after. But like, no, it's just like you really have to go after it. But it's like it's that click.
Right.
I feel like people, especially as artists, is that when it clicks for you that you can literally do anything that you set your mind to, the world just expands.
You
just
decide that this is what you want to do. This is what you want. Nothing's gonna stop me from doing it. It's like all the doors of Pandora's box just opens for you. And you're like, oh,
exactly.
I should earlier.
Exactly. And I think I kind of hold myself into like a projector. It's like I always feed myself good stuff so I can see it outwardly. But you have to do that with your career too, regardless of whatever it is. And I think you do that so effortlessly. So I just wanted to commend you on that and your artistry and just killing the game and doing it.
You're so sweet. You are so sweet. I see Rebecca in here, and she's actually the one person, she wrote this song with me. So I want to together, me and her, and this song wouldn't be what it is without her. So I don't know if she's still in here, but Rebecca, hey girl. We need to write another song, clearly.
No. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all your words that you've said to me, and it means so much that someone from the outside perspective, I just met you now, but I feel like I've known you for already, and I feel like we're gonna continue to build together. I hope so.
Yeah.
I remember seeing your name for the first time, the non-niche, when you reached out, or when I found you. I don't know if I found you or you found me, but I was like,
I think I found you. Yeah, I think I found you.
a unique name, like non-niche. It captivated my attention right away, and that's why I reached out to you right away. I reached back out to you, and I was like, I would love to do this with together.
Yeah, like I'm all about it. Like, a creator like you is something that I believe is great. And non-niche is about celebrating the artist and its artistry.
Right.
And then also building a network. So it's kind of turned out where the people that I've interviewed started working together and collaborating. And I think that is beautiful because it's just like whenever you're trying to be successful and somebody's better at something else that you're not, and
right,
versa, y'all can really help each other out.
100%.
So I was trying to get like more singers involved because I know I have like painting and all that stuff and photography, but I was just like, hey, like if you know a link up with this person and like start a network. But no, I feel like when I always kind of get like a nudge to like who to talk to, and people think that I'm a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when I say this. So I was just like, I always get a nudge to who to talk to first. Like I just don't randomly reach out. I'm just like, I have a feeling about this person. But no, I just know it was divine timing for the both of us to actually meet and sit down for sure.
Thank you so much for inviting me to do this on your platform. And I'm so happy to have you to share with everyone else too. And all my singer-songwriter friends, like, I want them to hit you up.
Oh, please do. Send them my way. We'll have a nice little chat. Hopefully I will be better. I think this is the first day that I was better. I didn't expect to cough, but no. But no, I think you're doing so well. And from your background, I just know that you're opening so many doors for yourself. I don't think you realize the capacity of what you're opening. And it's awesome. And I'm so excited to be on this journey with you because people talk about doing stuff all the time. Like, I'm going to do this or I'm going to be this person. You can say I am, but you have to do the forward movement for yourself. And I see that every single time, the way you execute things. And you're also very meticulous of how you do it. There's like a certain timing with it. And I know you don't feel it, but I'm just like, you're on the receiving side.
You see me.
Like on the receiving side.
Watching. That's exciting. That makes me happy to know that someone's receiving it in the way that I would want to be translated. So,
yeah. Well, I love that because, like, it's hard because you put something out there just like, I don't know if anybody's going to receive it the way that I wanted to put out there, but when people take the time, I think people start opening their eyes and everything. So, yeah.
Thank you. Yes. No, for sure. I feel like that's an organic audience, right? As you build from the bottom with people that really truly understand who you are and what you're trying to say, and just knowing that you really understand me is kind of scary. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry. I was like, I don't mean to freak people out with that. I'm just like, I've just noticed.
Oh, thank you so much. Like, that's confirmation in myself that I'm doing something that's reaching people, whether I see it or not. So,
well, good. I'm glad I can give you that confirmation because it's nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's nice when you like hear somebody's just like, oh, okay, cool. So I did something right because it's like I always say, if I can touch one person in expanding their mind and the message is across clearly, I did my job for the day. Like nobody can tell me anything. Right?
Listen to my song today. I did good.
Yes. And the quote that I always say, it takes one voice to make an echo. It could be like a good or a bad, but you always put out good and love and unity. It's so much soul into your work, and you take it seriously, and you just exude like, okay, this is it. You know what I'm saying?
This is the dream. This is my plan A, my plan B to my plan Z.
Exactly. You're just like
this is it. This is the 2024 goal is keep going.
Exactly.
I don't stopping anytime soon. So
I love that. But no, I want to know, is there any upcoming projects that you want to let us know about? Kind of let us know about.
I have
maybe
so many songs. Like I said, this Wish Me the Best is 6 years old, okay? So this song was written 6 years ago. So this isn't the newest version of myself. This is just a song that I've loved for so long that I felt like it needed to be heard.
Okay.
But the new me, the 2024 me, has so many songs in the songbook.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Like I'm ready for an album.
One every month this year would be like ideal.
Okay.
Ideal.
Ideal. Okay. Well, I will be open to receive any time that you give us and bless us with your music. And one more question before I go. What was your most inspirational collab, regardless if it's music, songwriting, acting, etc.?
Inspirational collab. Oh my goodness. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. I think, my most favorite, most inspirational collab I've ever done is the old covers I used to do in 2015 with my mom. As you really wrote your mom. I'm done.
You're like your mom.
Yep, my mom. My mom is my biggest inspiration. She is my rock. She is everything. So those were the best moments. And there will be more. Mom, stop laughing at me.
She's so cute though. I love it. Well, no, I say the same thing. Like my mom's my biggest cheerleader too. They say no, the auntie, the cousin song.
She sings too, so I mean, I got it from her.
Aww.
Singer as well, so we used to do covers all the time together, and I think those will always be my favorite moments.
Well, that's amazing, and I think having those moments, it's like cherished.
They are.
That just warms the heart, and I love that answer.
Thank you.
Okay, and last question. I know I said that one was the last question.
Whenever you're let me know.
What is the best advice from now to the years forward that you would give an artist, singer, songwriter in the game now, because it's changing so much? Because, like I said, social media, you put yourself out there all the time. You don't really need the big labels. Like, you just have to have the one song that hits.
Right.
Like, what is your best advice?
I think the best advice I can give anyone, whether it was the music industry 10 years ago, the industry moving 10 years forward, it's literally just never giving up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stop. I've had so many people along this journey that has given up the dream, and I could never do that to myself. Yeah. So I just never give up. You never know when your time is going to be coming. You never know when it's your time, but you'll never know if you stop trying. So
exactly.
That's my advice.
Do we get a studio tour? Like what is? Yeah. I want to see. Like, let's do a studio tour here.
It's okay. My brother is over here, like, trying to run out the door.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
He's like, I'm trying to run out. So this is the stew.
Okay.
Well, it was like a zoom out section, but not. Got my orange speakers. Aren't they cute?
I love it.
My mics. These big ass lights.
Hey.
All right, I can't start cussing now. I looked too cute to be having a potty mouth.
You said, you're like, not now. I'll wait till the cameras are off.
I'm doing that. Okay, cameras off. Maybe you'll get to know the more me.
You're like, just a little bit. We'll keep it clean on Instagram.
Back there, and then the coffee. Oh, oh no! You opened Pandora's box where I can't stop.
I'm sorry.
It's a beautiful space. It's so it can be very intimate. It can be a fun just gathering for a lot more than just 4 people. So
Right.
It's amazing to have my own studio and to be able to wake up and walk literally downstairs and have this space to be creative. I think that's something everyone wants and everyone needs as an artist.
I know. And I think that's great because sometimes you could be in the middle of the night.
Right.
And you're like, let me just go to the studio real fast.
I need to write it down. I need to like track it. I need to do some like let's go.
Exactly. and you know, having having that equipment is so special. Like just the access of that. Not a lot of people have that access. Like I know, I think there's some places where you still had to rent some time or pay time.
Oh my!
To like I was just like, that's the most. I was doing a voiceover gig, and I was just like, I mean, like I have my closet and like soundproofing mats, and I'm just like on my mic. They're like, can you come to the studio? I was just like, okay, which one in Dallas? And I was just like, do we have to rent like an hour? Like, how long do we rent? They were like, oh no, it's like 300 plus.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, well, hell, I just want to stay in the closet.
Right.
With my mic and soundproof the door.
It's in a closet, you know? Like, I used to record in, like, mattresses back in the day.
Yes. I'm like, be resourceful.
I mean,
very resourceful. It did. Like, they didn't even know that I did in my closet until they came over and they were just like, this is where you voice stuff? I'm like, yeah. They're like, we could have got you to. I'm like, I didn't have studio money at the time just to be like, go over there.
For an hour. I'm not doing it.
I was just like, wait a minute. That's almost gas going back. That's a week. That's a week of groceries. No.
We like groceries. We like a full cabinet.
Absolutely.
You know?
I'm like, don't be skipping on my meals. I'll budget where I can buy food in the house. But no, what else? Who is your favorite person or favorite genre or person or artist in the game right now that kind of gives you like that drive?
Now, I'm enjoying Tate McRae's new album, Pop Princess on the Rise. And Fletcher, I love her sound. I love her writing. I love everything about her album and all her music. For some reason, like, she's just like, she's so talented.
Yeah.
Fletcher's watching, that'll be great. Hi.
Hi, we're fangirling. Hello.
So good. Like, it's so good. I can listen to her album all day. I probably do, especially on the train.
I mean, it's good. Like, so that's a good one.
She's like she's not an Ariana Grande, but like she has her demographic of audience, and she's doing it. She's doing what she loves. She's touring. Like, she's known, but like not super A-list known to where you can't even walk outside. Like, that's what I want to be.
Right.
Like,
the happy medium.
Like, I want to be just there enough.
Yeah.
Because I'm an introvert, so I like my space.
Girl.
I don't. Yeah.
The space is needed. And speaking of that, like, I was telling somebody that when they meet me like outside my home, they think that I'm an extrovert. I'm like, no, I'm an introverted extrovert when I need to. Okay, like I like to be like, I could be in a house and be perfectly fine with like not touching anything and just being in my own space, do what I do. But when I have to go out, I'm like, all right, I gotta give myself a pep talk in the car. Like we're gonna be around people. We're gonna do things. So best foot forward. So I get it.
A limited battery, and then once that thing drains, I gotta go home. I need to
be in the car.
Like maybe a hot bath. I don't know. I want to just be alone.
Right.
Like
I understand.
I have to really. That's what I've noticed now at my age now is like really deciding who you want to give your energy to.
Yes.
And really being picky with that and who you want to give your time to, because time is energy.
Yeah.
So I've learned that, and that's why I wish me the best.
Yes. Well, no, I think that's really yeah, like the Laker bugs say, it's called peace. Exactly, but I think you have to understand what peace is for yourself before you can say like I have peace, and then like somebody keeps on disrupting it. It's just like when you're able to have peace even throughout the chaos and disruption, I think that's what holds your true power and strength. And then also knowing that wanting that is not selfish.
Exactly.
I always thought that was selfish. I'm like, well, dang, I'm sorry. I was not trying to be like rude or anything, but I was just like, no, I take my sorry back. That's like that. That was for my like healthy boundaries for myself. But no,
setting healthy boundaries, and if people don't respect those boundaries, then are they your real friends? You know what I mean? I feel.
Yeah, it's not your real friends, and that's not the people that you want to be around. And people might think like you're a loner or whatever. I'm like, I'd rather be a loner than dealing with people that I don't know and that don't respect my boundaries, and then feeling depleted and I can't pour into myself later.
Exactly. You don't have energy. You don't want to do anything for you. Invest so much time in other people's dreams, and then they don't even care that you're doing all this for start. And then you don't have time for yourself, and you're just like, well, why did I do that? Why am I sabotaging my own dreams for someone else's when they're not even meeting me halfway?
Exactly. No, that's that old people pleasing thing that we had to leave back yonder.
Right.
I had to learn that myself. But no, I think as an artist, I think that's also very important, because like you can't always work with everybody. You can't always, be in certain areas, because like there was like a couple people that asked me to interview them. I was just like, I don't, like maybe not right now, or I don't feel like right now it's not a good idea because we're still trying to figure stuff out. And and they're like, well, like you have to just be honest. It's just like sometimes it's just not the right fit. And like I said, I typically reach out to you instead of like people reaching out to me, because most of the time, I would say like 98% of the time, there's a reason why I'm reaching out to that person instead of like them asking to me, because like some people just want the free promotion. I'm like, yeah, but this is not just the free promotion. This is actually like healing for people, to actually getting to know the artist or designer or whatever you do, so you can better help somebody else. Exactly. Not just like it's just like it's not that. Like,
I agree.
It's not that. It's not one-sided here. Like paying it forward. You know what I'm saying? It's paying it forward.
I love that. I mean, that's beautiful, and that's what you stand for, and I think people will appreciate that in the long run.
Yeah.
You're genuine, authentic. You're an authentic platform. That's hard to find nowadays.
I know, and it's really rough, but I believe that we're doing it because we're doing this. We're also like doing music authentically, and we're just doing it energy. And I think a lot of people, are starting to shift towards that. And I think your music, all the stuff that you're going into, has started to shift towards more like the good energy, and we're starting to see it more. We're starting to like feel it more, and I'm excited for your next projects. And I'm like, ooh, watch you be in like a Netflix film coming up. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we saying? I'm speaking it into existence. If that's on your vision board or not. We're sowing the seeds. But no, like I think that's really important. And just having the thought process of, say like, yeah, I have more low days than high, but we've all been there.
Right.
It's just not completely removing the human being that we are, because we're not on 100 all the time.
God.
We're human.
Oh my gosh, no.
Right?
I'm not pleasant time.
Pleasant, 100%.
The people closest to me know this, and they've learned to deal with me.
Right.
But that's human, though. This is who I am. It's just what it is. This is me, and I've learned to accept that it is just me. I'm an emotional roller coaster, but I can be fun too.
That's what roller coasters are, fun. That's the epitome of fun. That's what we are. I mean, like, my mom said, how dare we live our best life on this earth knowing that this is our shot. Like,
right.
Like, okay, dare to dream, dare to be us. Like, who's going to tell us not? We're always going to figure out a way. It's just that there's always one way to get to a path that you want to go. The end goal, it's always more than one way to get to. It's not like, oh, I have to do it just like this,
Exactly.
just like how they got it. Like, you don't know how these people got where they got to be. Like, just do your own, stay in your own lane. And you do that very nicely, because I've seen different pages of singers starting out, songwriters as well. But I feel like yours is kind of set up like almost like a mini documentary, because like from your posts, from your reels are a little bit, they give a little bit more homey feel.
I'm definitely a homebody, so it makes sense, because I don't go nowhere to make aesthetic reels. You're gonna be in my home often.
I mean, like it's I guess it's like approachable and not like you have a fourth wall.
That's nice to hear. Thank you. I think it took a long time to shed all of those walls to show myself, because I really didn't know who to be for a long time, or who I was for a long time. So the fact acknowledging that I've shed those walls, that just makes me so happy to know that people are seeing me for me now.
So,
yeah.
Here's another question.
Yeah.
I know I said 2 last, but it's not. So, would you say starting out into like any type of the entertainment business?
Yes.
Would you give the advice of do your healing first or heal through it?
Oh.
I always get 2 different answers, but I'm intrigued to see what your answers are. I
feel like if I healed first, I probably would never even have gotten as far as I did now. Like, I really had to. This helped me heal. Like, just doing it. I've gotten so many no's. I've gotten so many, you're not good enough. So I've got so many of any negativity going through this, that I definitely had to learn to heal through it. That's just my journey, though. That doesn't have to be everyone's journey. It really is a preference. It's up to you. What can what you can do with it. It took me a long time to heal. So, but I feel like if I waited as the healed version of myself now, I wouldn't be where I am now. Like, I wouldn't be where I am. I had to hurt. I had to feel pain. I had to get doors slammed in my face. I had to go through that, like, to make me strong. Like I said, like, this is what made me the strong woman that I am today, the independent woman that I am today, is all those failures. So if I don't feel like if I would have healed first, I'd be even doing this. But to each their own. Everyone. But that's me personally, and through what I've been through.
And I think that's really important, because, like, for me, I kind of healed through it. So like starting it, it's just like, hey, I noticed that I need to work on a couple things.
Right.
But sometimes we can, okay, you may laugh at this analogy, but this might show my age a little bit.
I'm
So,
ready.
you remember the Game Boys?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so like that was my thing with the Pokemon games, that you had to get like the different colors, and that was like a certain level. I think of life as that.
Okay.
So you start level 1, okay, you're above like the little grass, and then you go into this hole, and then you have to beat this level. So, but you always know the destination to like the end goal, right?
Right.
So, but to get to the end, you got to go through these levels.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like exactly. So I was just like, the things that you learn, because you're not gonna win the first time. If you do, brava. But you're gonna have to take a couple of deaths. You're gonna have to take a couple falls, a couple hits to actually understand, like, okay, so this is how you beat it. And then like you come back up, and then you go to level 2. So, but what you learned at level 1, you bring to level 2, so you can be better.
Yeah, exactly. You learn what you feel to you is right and wrong, what you think,
right,
who you want to be, who you don't want to be. Like, that's just life, though, right? Life experience is kind of how you find who you are. If you don't make mistakes, if you don't fail, then how do you know what you're made of?